Stop overpaying. Brainy Buyer's head-to-head comparison mean you save. Like what you see? Subscribe and fund the fight for honest reviews.
Stuck deciding between the Nikon 18-140mm and the Sony 35mm F1.4 GM lens? This is the classic zoom versus prime lens debate for photographers.
The Nikon 18-140mm B01882XYPO looks incredibly versatile, covering everything from wide angle to telephoto. But is that versatility worth the trade-offs?
Absolutely. Imagine hiking in the mountains. You capture a sweeping vista at 18mm, then zoom to 140mm to photograph a bird perched on a distant branch, all with one lens. No lens swapping needed.
True, but the Sony 35mm f/1.4 GM B096L88 VR4 has that legendary G-Master bokeh and a super-fast aperture. How does the Nikon, with its f/3.5 to 5.6 aperture, compare in low light or for portraits?
That's the million-dollar question. Let's really break down what each lens excels at and who they're for. The Nikon's 7.8x zoom range is a huge advantage for travel and general use. Think family gatherings, vacations, even some sports. But yeah, that variable aperture means you'll need to bump up the ISO in dimmer conditions.
So, smaller aperture equals less light hitting the sensor, right? How much does that affect image quality? Will I get blurry photos indoors without a tripod?
The Sony, on the other hand, is a low-light beast with its f/1.4 aperture. You get incredible subject isolation, creamy bokeh, and can shoot in very dim conditions without cranking the ISO. Perfect for portraits, weddings, or street photography at night.
But you're locked at 35mm. What if I'm shooting a landscape or need to get closer to my subject? Am I constantly switching lenses?
Exactly. That's the core difference. The Nikon is about convenience and adaptability, while the Sony is about maximizing image quality and artistic control in specific situations.
So it boils down to shooting style and priorities. Are you a spontaneous shooter who needs a flexible all-rounder? Or a meticulous photographer who prioritizes that signature bokeh and low-light performance?
If you're a traveler, a parent capturing everyday moments, or someone who wants a single do-it-all lens, the Nikon 18-140mm is a fantastic choice. Plus, at around $230 renewed, it's a great value.
But if you're passionate about portraits, want that shallow depth of field, and often shoot in low light, the Sony 35mm, even at around $1,135 renewed, is an investment in stunning image quality.
Both are excellent lenses, but designed for very different photographic needs. Consider your shooting style, your budget, and the types of images you want to create. Then, choose the lens that empowers your vision. Don't miss out on our next in-depth review to help you make smarter purchasing decisions. Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you're always in the know.